Welcome everyone! We are the Grin Brothers and we're continuing our playthrough of
God.
Fallout 4's DLC.
After that door, learn... What the hell is that? Also, that's like a really low quality texture.
Also, I love how fast that spins.
And...
Another door! I love this place.
I think they wanted to keep something safe.
It's going to be hilarious if when you get to the end, there's just like a back door, you just need a little key, so just immediately go outside. You just went through the hard way. But yeah, as I was going to be mentioning last time before I moved on to the government thing, which I'm glad I saved that to talk to you about, because...
How many traps do you need?
Yeah, because it was worth bringing up because of your own personal experience with that.
And the fact that I work in a place where we constantly have customers complain about that. And we have to spend half our time warning customers about that.
Yeah, so it's a good thing for the government, weirdly, to be tackling, which isn't usually the case, but hey.
It's something that needed to be addressed.
But yes, I thought I would turn off the lasers, but that would be too convenient.
Forgot there was just a side passage.
To be fair, I don't think they would be able to...
Oh, yeah. We're dumb. Ada! 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 What the hell are you doing, Ada?
Can she even fit through here?
Hey.
Stop walking into the wall.
Think you can unlock that terminal?
Certainly. Let me get that terminal unlocked for you.
Yeah, it's something you've liked, but you may not know the origin of it. On your Twitter.
Sounds likely. There's
Well,
this thing where I just stared blankly at you.
Yeah. Well, I saw recently you liked a image of a female Link with red hair.
Oh, yeah.
See what you can do.
It was cute.
Do you know where that came from?
An artist that drew it.
Or where the artist got the inspiration for the drawing?
I don't know, I just kind of assumed it was inspired from, like, Link or something.
Because recently Nintendo Life unearthed a Japanese gaming magazine from 1986. In, of course, 1986, you get the game screenshots and it's a little 8-bit sprite. You're looking top-down at it, sort of thing. So, of course, they don't know what the character looks like. So an artist drew what they thought Link looked like.
And they thought...
And they thought Link was a red-haired girl with, like, no trousers.
A little skirt and no trousers.
Yeah, like, pretty much exactly how the artist drew it.
Yeah.
And they've got, like, 4 different artworks of it with plenty of upskirt shots. As people say, the hero of thighs has been the common subcommon I've seen. But yeah, there was it's just interesting that a retro magazine, they got the first image of the sort of NES game, and they thought that's what Link looked like.
No, don't close the doors.
So they thought back then that, I mean, I guess some people say that it could be that they thought the name was Zelda, of course, because they wouldn't have been, they were just given the screenshots and gameplay. They weren't given a lot of the other details. But you know, that was the artist's interpretation of what the character of Link was. So even back in 1986 with the NES Zelda, people had the idea of girl Link. Except, of course, in this case, it wasn't of a what if Link was a girl. It was they thought Link was a girl.
Design was cute, so.
Yes.
I mean, to be fair, you know, Link's overall design and the attire does work well for that idea. So, but it's kind of interesting because I feel that the idea of girl Link didn't really start popping up until Ocarina of Time, really.
Where did the idea of girl Link?
The Mechanist! So we finally meet, sort of. Ah, it shot us.
F. Do you mind?
Oh gosh, I was about to... No, there was a guy with flamethrowers behind him.
I didn't even hit him. Good job, Ada.
Well, I
proving
imagine
to be more useful than basically any other companion we've used other than
I imagine the
Codsworth.
earliest part of it would have been with Ocarina of Time, because that's when Link's design got changed quite a bit. Because Eiji Onomura was showing off.
Do you just call him Edgy Inamura?
Well, Eiji Onomura.
I don't know how to pronounce his name, but I'm going to call him Edgy Inamura. And he's like this teenage rebellion kid.
He was put in charge of Ocarina. Well, he was working on Ocarina of Time, and he was showing the artwork and such of Link off to his wife, and she commented, "It doesn't Nintendo have any good-looking, handsome characters?"
Yeah, I remember that.
That's when Onomura pitched the idea of Link being.
I want Link to be hot enough for my wife to fuck.
Effectively, and this was when, I believe, Ocarina of Time, Miyamoto was still in charge of it. It was Majora's Mask, where Miyamoto, when Eiji Onomura was saying, like, saying, "Oh, give me the handle of it," sort of thing. And Miyamoto goes, "Well, if you think you can do a better job, I give you 1 year. Use the Ocarina of Time engine."
And he did a good job.
He made Majora's Mask out of it.
I feel like
And
that...
so after that, Miyamoto goes, "Fair enough. You're in charge of Legend of Zelda from now on." Okay.
I feel like it was intended as like a dick move, but he was just like genuinely impressed. Like, you were supposed to fail. It was like what was it? Star Trek, the thingy test
That you're supposed to lose, yeah.
Oh,
There's been some interesting ideas, sort of like pointing out flaws within that very concept. I mean, one series I know point out the flaw. The system was programmed to ensure you failed,
yeah.
so that even if you somehow did manage to find a way out of it, the system would just come up with a random reason as to why you'd lose. Like suddenly a meteor just immediately struck your ship.
Yeah.
Or suddenly your teleporter, which, you know, it was a 30% chance of working, just didn't work, sort of thing.
Yeah. Which is just dumb.
Yeah.
Oh,
And others, and you know, of course, such things don't work too well for me because of my love of series like Tengen Toppa Gurren Lagann, which follows a philosophy of almost doing anything through sheer will.
Rah, fight the power.
Ironically, the exception was when they brought up the concept of bringing people back to life. It's like, we're not gods. It's like, you just punched out the universe.
High-powered magnet! Yeah, no, it's kind of funny, like, the ending of... I mean, I guess spoiler for Gurren Lagann. Like, the ending for Gurren Lagann, like, as sad as it is also kind of funny. It's like, guys, you killed the end of the universe
Effectively,
by punching it in the face, but you can't, like, you didn't even try. You just went, guess we can't stop this. What about everything else that you stopped? You basically are gods.
Funny enough, there's this hilarious four-comb manga based off Tengen Toppa Gurren Lagann, for some reason called Yoko's Belly Button.
Okay.
Which was based entirely off of one joke, one of the mangaka, because there was a bunch of different mangakas who worked on it making four-comb comics. And there was just like one had this joke about what's your favorite part of Yoko, and they had the characters each basically mentioned a different part of Yoko.
Yeah.
Like I think Simon mentioned her face, Kamina was immediately the breast, and one character just goes her belly button. And they're like, what?
That's a bit weird.
But yeah, there was one of the ones was Tengen Toppa Gurren Lagann, but they're all doctors.
I would not trust them as doctors.
The best part is they have the whole Kamina die sequence. You can see him and goes, "Don't worry, we can save him. We're doctors after all. Oh, we can do the impossible." And later he just goes, you got sort of Gurren Lagann and goes, "We did it! Our medical genius at work." And you're Kamina, "Thank you for saving me." And you go, "That's mechanics. You've turned him into a robot."
He's alive.
But yeah, it's I think the first instance of the whole Girl Link idea was Ocarina of Time, and it's kind of funny. People were saying in reaction to it, it's like, oh, of course they'd have to with the retro magazine sort of thing, because of course they'd have to sex it up, you know, with this girl Link. You know, they removed trousers sort of thing. Well, they said pants, but that means something completely different for us.
You never know. She might not have had pants.
No, the upskirts clearly showed it.
Okay.
But my immediate thought was, but you think regular Link's with his sort of trousers sort of thing, but weirdly enough,
he didn't have
young
trousers.
Link didn't have any trousers.
Yeah, no.
And
Hello,
even when he magically ages 7 years, he suddenly gains not trousers but tights. As someone pointed out, Twilight Princess Link was the first time he had proper trousers.
Yeah.
You know, before then they were all tights, and then weirdly enough, in like the young Link case, and in I think one other case, the child Link of 12 apparently just didn't wear any.
I guess to be fair, like, why should he? Like, think of where he's from and everything.
Well, the Karoki Forest sort of thing. I mean, yeah.
Surrounded by people who are basically kids.
To be fair, it's no different than basically Scottish wearing a kilt. And
Yeah.
to be fair, the Legend of Zelda series has always done well within UK and European regions. It's why we've
What
got
the hell are you?
a lovely fellow.
No, I'm sorry. What is that?
Seeing this disturbed creature actually did remind me. Although I'm not keen on Toy Story 4, I mean the fact that it shouldn't exist in the first place, they certainly knew well to how to present a character for the millennials to love.
Yeah.
Because Forky is everything they could want. One of Forky's lines, I was meant for soups, salads, maybe curries, and then get thrown in the trash! And then he jumps out of a moving car.
Beautiful.
And another brilliant scene of that Toy Story 4 trailer, because of course Woody jumps out after the moving van after Forky, and later they're discussing. You got Buzz Lightyear goes, "Oh, what would Woody do?" And you got Ham go, "I don't know, jump out of a moving vehicle," and Buzz immediately jumps out of the van, and Woody goes, "Well, it's what Woody would have done."
It's not wrong.
The best part is like no delay; it's just immediate boom.
Oh, perfectly preserved pie. I wonder how goddamn strong, like... Whoever built Buzz to last.
Which is funny given the idea for Toy Story 3 by Disney, because until Pixar came back and until
Was
Disney was
Buzz
like,
needed?
yeah, we're just going to buy Pixar, was Buzz actually getting injured and being sent off to a Chinese factory for repairs.
Yeah.
But yeah, so the first instance I can think of would probably be around Ocarina of Time. But it would have sprung up. And of course there's the internet at work. But I don't know, the idea of female Link has just always been popular because of the idea... I think also because of the Ocarina of Time, because that was when people started to realise that Link was a different Link each time.
Yeah.
It didn't get brought up much before.
People didn't really...
Because Legend of Zelda 1 and 2 were canonically connected. A Link to the Past may have got people questioning it, but they thought, oh, maybe it's Descendant or something. And, you know, Link's Awakening tied into A Link to the Past.
Something else people don't seem to mention much is that Zelda wasn't in the first game.
No. She's mentioned, but... she's mentioned because, of course, Zelda 2 takes place afterwards, sort of thing. Because they mentioned that she's in a permanent state of sleep.
I don't think she's mentioned in the first game.
No, because there's an intro sequence if you wait long enough on the... pause on the main screen. And she's mentioned in the manual.
What nerd did that?
I mean, heck, Zelda 2 was the first time they mentioned that Zelda had a brother.
And only time.
Well, unless you count A Link to the Past, where it's unclear, but according to the English translation, Link and Zelda are related because they were clearly aping off of Star Wars with it.
Yeah.
Zelda is your uncle. Oh, he's dead. That was an impactful way to start A Link to the Past.
Here.
But yeah, so I think, you know...
was it?
Ocarina of Time, it impacted me a lot as a kid.
Your uncle died, but you knew him for like a minute.
Yeah, but when you're a kid, a minute's a long time.
Is it though?
Have you seen how Charlie moves about the place? A minute is a long time.
I don't know, I've always been relatively chilled.
No, when you were a kid, you were a hyperactive... Remember, we referred to you as a giant-headed pixie.
It's true.
You acted like Gurr.
I did. And then I went to secondary school.
Yeah. It's actually weird to remember how you actually acted as a kid.
Yeah.
Because it's just so different.
People who have no respect for human life, who only wish death or pain for those around them.
You shot me!
I, the Mechanist, have made it my solemn vow to protect the innocent, to put an end to people like you.
Stop doing that as your immediate response! Woo! Woo! But yeah, so I think, once Ocarina of Time firmly established the whole...
They're playing video games!
Well, I think with Ocarina of Time, and particularly Wind Waker, ended up raising it, because Wind Waker did specifically mention the original Link's dead, sort of thing.
Well, yeah.
I think that was when people did start to realise, well, if it reincarnates, why is Link the same looking person every time? With the exception of that period where he was brown-haired for a period, and everyone loves to interpret the SNES Link as having pink hair.
Haven't they explained that now with Skyward Sword? It being like reincarnation juju.
Yeah, Skyward Sword was when... I mean, they'd explained it before that reincarnation was a thing, but Skyward Sword was when it was the first timeline. It was, well, the second timeline, actually, where they firmly established reincarnation is a thing. Water is there, apparently. Let me just get this water from this robot's crotch.
This is water.
Yeah. That's some good water. So nice and solid.
I see, because it's a wet floor.
Okay.
I guess.
But yeah, it's like when the reincarnation
Oh no,
people
it's
are
because
like,
there is actually just water on
why
the floor.
can't Link be... I mean, because Skyward Sword introduced the whole thing, the ending of it was they're cursed to constantly reincarnate.
Yeah.
But like, yeah, with reincarnation it's like, why can't Link and Zelda be somewhat different per game? So... like some people are like, oh, well, if you're going to ask for Link to be a female character, why not this is a female character, this is a male character? But it's like, but they don't have the whole thing which explains why they could be.
Yeah.
Link does. The reincarnation is why people think it's a possibility. You could do fun experimentation with it. And not just like male or female Link. You could have, Link as any of the different races.
I want my buff Gerudo Zelda. Not
Maybe
Gerudo Goron.
Maybe Link as a Kokoroki sort of thing, an actual one, or a Deku or stuff like that. There's a lot you could do with it, I mean, both from storyline and gameplay perspective.
Look at that texture. Is this the final fight?
I mean, we might as well end the episode. I haven't got too much I can really say more about the whole gender Link thing. Just trying to think, is there anything else left to mention in regards to that?
I just like cute artwork, really.
I mean, yeah, it is really a case of that the reincarnation gave an excuse for it. And people would find it interesting for that thing to be... I mean, to be fair, people found it a big sort of change when Link was wearing blue instead of green.
It's true.
So,
People get upset very easily about a character that
and to be
doesn't
fair,
have
it
a character.
also makes a lot of sense because of the Miyamoto's original idea for Link being a link to the world.
Yeah.
He was meant as a template, but it feels like with Eiji Nomura, he pushed it more in the direction of giving Link more character. Like, a lot of people were expecting they'd finally do the whole making it true Link to the world with Breath of the Wild, because that was when they were kind of teasing a lot of, Western ideas.
To be
like
fair,
making
why
open
haven't
world.
we had character customization?
But then he doubled down on the actual giving Link a more character idea.
Yeah.
Instead of going through the Miyamoto part, but that's just a case of who's directing it.
Bye.
Cheerio.